New text messages between pop superstar Taylor Swift and actress Blake Lively have been unsealed as part of a lawsuit against It Ends With Us actor and director Justin Baldoni.
This morning, music superstar Taylor Swift caught in the crossfire of the contentious legal battle between Blake Lively and her co-star and It Ends With Us director Justin Baldoni. Documents also showing that Lively asked Swift for help in 2023 during the filming of the movie. In one exchange, Lively referring to Baldoni as a doofus director who thinks he's a writer.
Newly unsealed court documents have pulled Taylor Swift into a Hollywood legal storm in a way no one saw coming. The dispute between Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni, already described as one of the most bitter and complicated behind-the-scenes battles in recent film history, now has a new twist. Text messages that appear to show Swift weighing in, at least privately, on the unfolding drama. But what does it mean when a global superstar finds herself, even peripherally, in the middle of a multi-million-dollar lawsuit? And how involved was Swift really? But before starting this video again, if you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss out on our fantastic content. Now, let's start again. The documents themselves are staggering in scope. Hundreds of pages of witness testimony, internal notes, and allegedly authentic text exchanges have been made public, revealing both the personal and professional chaos surrounding the production of It Ends With Us. Until now, the public had only pieced together the story through media reports and speculation. Now, the filings offer a near play-by-play of one of Hollywood's most notorious on-set conflicts, complete with private messages that, if genuine, suggest that Swift was not merely a bystander but a confidant to Lively as tensions escalated. To understand the significance of Swift's involvement, we need to go back to the beginning. The film adaptation of Colleen Hoover's bestseller entered production in 2023, with Baldoni directing and co-starring, and Lively cast as the lead. The project had been in the works for years, with Baldoni having acquired the rights and developed the screenplay. Early on, tensions reportedly emerged. According to Lively's lawsuit, Baldoni created a hostile environment, making inappropriate comments and crossing professional boundaries. When Lively raised concerns, she claims, the response was retaliation. Baldoni, meanwhile, painted a dramatically different picture, asserting in his countersuit that Lively had attempted to seize creative control, making unauthorized script and wardrobe changes, and that she and her husband orchestrated a smear campaign to destroy his reputation. He sought hundreds of millions in damages, though that countersuit was later dismissed after he opted not to amend his claims. But the unsealed filings offer far more than just competing legal narratives. They provide what appear to be contemporaneous, unfiltered accounts of the events, and it's here that Taylor Swift's name surfaces. According to the documents, Swift allegedly exchanged texts with Lively in December 2024 as the legal and media storm surrounding the film was heating up. The texts paint a picture of Swift as emotionally attuned to Lively's struggle. In one exchange, Swift allegedly comments on a news article about Baldoni, suggesting that he knows something is coming. Lively reportedly responds with details about how Baldoni's team, his publicist, and studio personnel all coordinate his messaging, implying a calculated effort to control the narrative. Swift's subsequent messages, according to the filings, emphasize that he should be beaten by his own words, while Lively expresses frustration at the protective network surrounding him. This exchange raises many questions. Was Swift offering strategic advice or simply empathizing with a friend? Was she aware of the full scope of the allegations or commenting on the broader behavior of individuals she had observed in the industry? And perhaps most importantly, does her participation, however peripheral, risk entangling her in the legal battle itself? Swift's alleged messages, as described in the filings, show her as deeply reflective and concerned about the morality of the situation. At one point, Lively expresses disbelief at how some men continue to succeed publicly despite their actions, describing them as predators whose arrogance goes unchecked. Swift reportedly likens the unfolding events to a horror film happening in secret, an image that underscores the intensity and personal impact of what was otherwise a professional conflict. But the documents also show strain in Swift and Lively's friendship. In one message, Swift tells Lively that recent texts feel impersonal, almost corporate, and that she misses the funny, dark, normal interactions they used to have. Even amid shared outrage, the communication appears fraught and complicated. Can someone support a friend while also feeling emotionally distanced? Curious to find out all the answers? Stick with us until the end. There are some captivating insights and surprises waiting just for you. Don't miss out on the journey. The filings also shed light on the infamous January 4, 2024 meeting at Lively and Ryan Reynolds' apartment, one of the central flashpoints of the case. What was supposed to be a routine meeting about returning to set after an industry strike allegedly became a 5-hour marathon confrontation. Witness testimony describes Ryan Reynolds raising his voice at Baldoni repeatedly, with multiple people present observing what they considered a high-pressure, humiliating encounter. Baldoni himself allegedly texted friends afterward describing the event as an ambush, saying he was left emotionally paralyzed and unable to speak. He recounts struggling to apologize for perceived transgressions, praying for guidance, and feeling utterly trapped. How much of this meeting was a necessary confrontation about professional boundaries, and how much crossed into personal attack? And when emotions run this high, can witnesses ever fully separate bias from fact? The unsealed evidence also includes texts attributed to Ryan Reynolds in which he allegedly calls Baldoni a malignantly vain sociopathic faux feminist and a bleeping terrorist, expressing disbelief that he had not faced legal repercussions. These messages, juxtaposed with Baldoni's accounts, make the conflict feel deeply personal, far beyond a typical workplace disagreement. They also hint at the stakes of public image and Hollywood politics, where reputations are as valuable as contracts, and one misstep can define a career. Beyond the messages and testimonies, internal production notes reportedly from Baldoni's team outline grievances against Lively herself. According to these notes, she made wardrobe changes without consulting the production, influenced script revisions, and set strict conditions for returning to work after the strike, including prohibitions on Baldoni discussing personal matters, entering her trailer in certain states of undress, or interacting with her team physically. Lively's side contends these were safety precautions in response to harassment concerns, while Baldoni's camp frames them as evidence of diva-like behavior and attempts at creative domination. Which perspective is closer to the truth, and does intent matter as much as effect in legal disputes like this? As the court battle moves toward trial, scheduled for May 18, 2026, these unsealed filings may prove pivotal. They illustrate not just the professional disputes, but the human emotions behind them: fear, frustration, anger, and the struggle to navigate power dynamics on a high-profile film set. Lively's attorneys argue that the evidence proves harassment and retaliation, while Baldoni's filings maintain that they demonstrate coercion, manipulation, and an orchestrated effort to tarnish his reputation. Taylor Swift's team has emphasized that she had no role in the film's production and that efforts to involve her were merely tabloid fodder, but the public now has access to messages that complicate that narrative. This raises broader questions about privacy and celebrity. Should private text messages between friends be used as legal evidence, and what precedent does it set when a megastar like Swift is suddenly implicated in a high-profile dispute she may have only observed from the periphery? How much influence can friends have in shaping narratives before it crosses a line into involvement? And perhaps most compellingly, what else might remain hidden in the sealed filings, waiting to come to light? As the trial approaches, one certainty remains: the story is far from over. With millions of dollars, reputations, and careers on the line, every new document has the potential to reshape public perception and legal strategy. And for readers watching closely, it poses an irresistible question. When Hollywood power, celebrity friendships, and legal battles collide, who truly emerges unscathed, if anyone at all? Would you like it? Hit the like button and subscribe to our channels for more interesting videos.